Hello everybody, this is a grumpy old guy gaming, and before we get too much further into the introduction, looks like we've got a couple of monsters to deal with here. Would it be run on Shining Darkness without an ambush? Pick up an imp's leg mail for our troubles, and now that the greeting party is out of the way, we can start this recording proper. As I said, this is a grumpy old guy gaming, and we are back with a quick dungeon run here in Attack Fragment on the Shining Darkness server. For old time's sake, if nothing else. Taking a look at our area info, the keywords Regulation Bitter Gouda. This is a level 53 field, running with my Wave Master that is maxed out on level. A Wood Element Grassland field. Always a fan favorite. Pick up some App 4 out of the portal there. And let's get a field clear and see what we're looking at in the way of the dungeon here. Of course, you'll notice this is different than the .hack character builds that I did for Dionysius some time ago. Actually running a bit of a gimmick setup that I've grown very fond of. If we take a look at the gear here. Running BT's wand for that plus 20 to physical attack, giving me an overall of plus 50 without boosts. Obviously, I don't want to primarily attack with Wave Master, but it's a nice trick to have in the bag. Also, it doesn't hurt to get elemental hits off of the Orvac ROM in the near 2000 damage per pop range on those wyverns. Running with a host of lesser elemental skills, which isn't hurting us at all because everything we're running into is well underleveled and is running right into our elements of choice. Should be a 2 for that. Nope. Forced Sandwich just out of range. That's okay, we can come back and finish off later. Things I always said about level 99 is that it kind of opens the game back up. Once you get up to the higher levels, it feels like a very risk-reward sort of swingy game because you're not really gaining experience off anything that can't outright kill you. But once you're to the point where you're not gaining experience off anything, well then it's all the same to you and you get to just have fun. Can run a lower leveled field if you're trying to help other people and just play support or be around in case they're caught in a tricky predicament. Or you could just solo for giggles, which is what I am doing today. Force Sane just out of view there. Camera getting a little tricky on us, and it looks like Rig Same and Rig Game wore off. So let's open this treasure chest and then reapply. Got a Spring of Mist in the field too, which we will probably visit once we clear off all the field portals. Again, not a guarantee of a safe encounter at the spring, but between the level disparity and doing our due diligence on the portals, I feel that's as relatively safe as we can expect. I could have probably waited to see if we could have got some splash damage off that, but this is a cruise spell and I don't believe those have splash damage. A little rusty on the particulars, and I will apologize if I say anything in error. Do want to thank you if you caught the previous day's live stream. As with most of my recordings in this particular phase and calendar year, as far as life goes, it was very spur of the moment because I just wound up with some time. Picking up all kinds of decent equipment out here. Thought there might have been a symbol, but alas, no. See if we can group these wyverns up. That should be good there. Yep, clean killing. It's always helpful to remember that the enemies, when they come out like that, are going to kind of try and circle around and hit you in the flank. So you could do a little tactical withdrawal there and get them to group back up into range of, like, the attack radius of a summons or ROM spell. Now you may have noticed from the inventory, I still do have my Caduceus Rod and Staff of Truth set. Yep, definitely single target on the cruise spells. Loving that damage though. I mean, it may not seem like much, but it's also not breaking the bank on the SP pool. As much as I love those level 4 summons, they can be draining. And since it's well noted that I kind of went out of my way to create the worst Wave Master possible on creation options here, Dionysius SP pool is rather pitiful for a level 99. Took pretty much to the end of the level tree just to cross that 400 point threshold. Not gonna lie, the 1800 hit points helps in a pinch. Many a time that has saved me. I thought the wyvern was closer. Bit of a mistake there. Once again a case where the level disparity is helping me because those are miasma wyverns and I don't think they have the death touch ability. If I remember correctly. One more portal here and then we will check out the spring. Had I been a little faster on the draw, I might have had a shot at a Forest Saint sweep there. But the Migan ROMs are going to do their part. And just to get there in style, let's go ahead and call a Grunty. Snaky Grunty, usually my ride of choice for this character. Typically go Rocker or Wooden Grunty for my Blade Master. Here's a wyvern. Let's dance around a bit. Monsters can't actually hit you when you're riding a Grunty, so this is kind of a fun thing to do to goof off in the field. Just ride around. And then when you're tired of taunting, just get off and get the drop on. A little bit cruel, a little bit unfair, a little bit of risky business after. Imp's leg mail. Yeah, Limp's leg mail. That's a quality issue there. Did we even pick up any weapons? We did not, so any armor I would throw in would actually be downgraded here. And I'm certainly not risking any of the 3 stabs I've got. So let's hit the dungeon. I know I said we would check it out, and I still think we will. I just want to get a weapon down in the dungeon and visit it later. Shortcut through there. Always look for the falcon on those open grassland fields. Circling overhead, and down into the dungeon we shall head. First floor pointing us straight ahead. Time for a little rebuff. Okay, Meganrom takes out the whole portal. Not sad at that. Look like Wyvern and a couple Forest Sands. Just casting right out of the chute there. There's some Leaf Blight. Nothing else. This is going to fill the coffers back up. See our stairs down at the very bottom. Pick up the death. One more portal here off to the left. Miasma Wyvern didn't quite get the elemental hit, but we did cast in time to get the whole portal. And a spare treasure chest out of the combat is a nice payoff for our diligence. Stone Solaret and the Hanged Man. So how about that? First floor cleared, still no weapon. One way or another, we are hitting that spring, even if I gotta downgrade something. I'd just rather improve out of it. Forest Sin survives the initial Orvac ROM and gets taken out with a personal Megan ROM for its troubles. And that's gonna do it for floor 1. Moving down to the second floor, we have another fairly linear opening, not too much in the way of a branching path shown. Do have one of my favorite rooms in that little cutout square. And away we go. Use the corner for protection. Take out 2 of the enemies real quick and come back for the Forest Sin. Actually ran the wrong way there. I wanted to go the other direction, just kind of got turned around in my head. Wanted to get over here and cast back at the doorway. Nice little visual trick there. See more stairs down. Gonna ignore the golden egg because I know I'm not getting much out of that. Very condensed floor this time. Wyvern and Forest Sane are clearly no problem. Again, we're not running this one for the challenge. This is just sort of a casual, chill, enjoy life kind of feel. Yet another Solaret. It seems like our biggest challenge is going to be actually single weapon. Square pool with the oddly moving water in a still dungeon with no outside force acting upon it. And come to our final portal at the second floor. Pair of Miasma Wyverns for our trouble. Throw a Meganrom at them for mana efficiency, and their weak magic defense kinda crumbles them like paper anyway. Picking up some holy sap here, as you would expect from the wood element field. Once again, these rooms, fantastic for stocking up on little things like restoratives and antidotes. Because once you're done smashing, bashing, and crashing all these crates and barrels, you could just back out. And when you pop back in the room, they respawn. Treasure chests are gone, that's a 1 per instance. But all the crates and barrels you could possibly want. Nice little life hack there for lower level characters who may be a bit short on the old gold supply. 2 floors in the book, and we shall continue down. All kind of rooms lined up to the left of our mini-map here on floor number 3, and all kind of portals as well. One of the things that makes me suspicious that we're close to the end is the fact that we're getting a portal in every room down here. Except, of course, for the entryway, because this is a procedurally generated room. Custom dungeons, you gotta watch out for just about anything. Sneaky forest thing tucked itself right behind the wyvern, far enough away that it couldn't get hit with the spell. I didn't notice it until I saw the leaf animation. Little upside down T-shaped room here. Once again, no major challenge for us. Potential statue room there, and I'm going to say probable statue room. In fact, definite statue room. I wasn't paying that close attention to the design, but there you go. Actually hit my cutout, but not in time. So Wyvern done snuck up on me. It was a Farai cruise for its trouble. Or not. Not gonna mess around. Yes, I am. Throw a water spell at it. That was not smart. There's a resurrect. Not going to help in this particular run, but down the road. Catch the forest sands, and just to use the spell. I think we hit a Meruzot out in the field, but take out that Maxwell with one just to get the spell animation. Forest Sane's gonna run right into that mid slot, and it's not gonna save itself from any pain. Again, I'm certainly gonna find it at that range. There's a Hanged Man and a Resurrect, and a Leaf Blight to finish out this room. Again, all kind of loot, but unless I'm mistaken, still no weapon. A little bit crazy. One more portal to go. Starting off with some wyverns. And a Maxwell. Nice, easy clear. There's the moon. We have one more treasure chest in this room, and then the statue chest. Wood sprite, so it all comes down to the final chest to see if we get a weapon out of this field. No, rock dragon. Wow, that's bizarre. Well, this is normally when I do my sign off, but we're only 19 minutes or so into this. So let's grab ourselves a Sprite Ocarina and clear the field one more time. Upon exiting the dungeon, we have all of our field portals respawned. So let's go ahead and knock these out. Bit trigger happy there. Tried jumping the gun. Backfired on me. Loving that 145 per melee attack, though. Wyvern in the background. Catch that little bit of almost a heavy breathing sound, just that whoosh of air. Love the little environmental hits. Don't know how well the audio picked up because of course I've got the game audio dampened. Finally get a weapon. Raikamaru, that's a twin blade weapon if I recall. Yeah, solid level 37 twin blade. Not even sure the spring's gonna do anything with that, to be honest. Weapons, of course, typically drop at a lower level rate, as opposed to gear, your armor and whatnot. Bit of sloppy play by me, didn't get everything grouped together like I normally like to. Just caught up in the jubilation of actually receiving a weapon drop. Swing this way. And there it is. 2 can be done. There is something to be said for the melody here on the field, though. Very soothing, very calming. Wandering monster difficulties in there, of course, as our buffs are about to run out. Well, that time I jumped the portal just about perfect, but it was only one monster. Still got about a half dozen or so more portals here, but should be a quick clear as long as our spells hit, and I'm going to stick to the wrong spells to sort of expedite that process. Got more than enough loot at this point. But if you find an area that you could clear relatively easily, this whole back out and repeat thing should work just fine for you. I don't believe the statue chest will respawn until you go back to town, at least. You might have to log out. I think logging out is more of a reset for the Spring of Mist. But the portals will respawn as long as you jump back and forth. Another great idea for if you're trying to power level a server at lower levels, find a higher level area that you can clear relatively easy. And just keep going back and forth. Field to dungeon to field to dungeon. Costs you nothing at time. Of course, it is worth noting that at the time of recording, Shining Darkness has made it all the way to level 80. So definitely one of the higher level servers at this point. And I'm going to state it again because I've said it many a time, but you may be new to this game, and this game does attract a niche following, so restating old information is never that hurtful. Just because a server shows a certain level doesn't mean that it only generates fields of a certain power level. There have been plenty of servers gimmicked at lower levels to show some really strong areas, and Shining Darkness has some custom fields and more than enough keywords to generate just about any strength of field you need. The field strength in this game ranges from level 2 to level 98, if I recall. I want to say Shining Darkness has the potential of hitting pretty much that entire range. I know there is a custom field at level 4 or thereabouts. There's our all field clear. expect. It was a field clear so nice we did it twice. Now, as promised, let's go up and say hi to Ascension Puddle of Water. And we will throw in Raikamaru as it's the only weapon I'm willing to part with. It's going to be Monsieur. Just between us at level 3, he really couldn't do anything with the Raikamaru anyway, so we will be receiving it back with a Golden Axe and Silver Axe. I guess at the end of the day we're leaving with 3 new weapons. Not such a bad deal. And sitting by this pool of, once again, undulating water for reasons unbeknownst to me, though I guess this one could be described as a, fieldward breeze. I do believe this is where we're going to leave off in the recording. As ever, I want to thank you for coming by and checking this video out. No, I don't do this super often, and this channel is never going to move past the hobby stage, but do know that I appreciate you all for just being yourselves and taking the time to visit my weird little corner of the internets. This has been Grumpy Old Guy Gaming, saying thank you for watching. I'll see you around.